Thank you. Hi guys, welcome to Wednesday night. We're going to do a mat flow 1.5 and a couple of things that you're going to need tonight. I am going to use the TheraBand tonight. So if you can find something that's going to give you a little bit of resistance, you know, if you've got one of those like stretchy jump ropes, you could use that. Yeah, any type of band. You could also use a towel that's going to give you, it's obviously not going to give you that pull, but you could use that for resistance, like an old towel, that as long as you're not going to hulk it out and rip it in half, that should work. Alternatively, you could also just use weights. And then make sure that you grab, if you don't have a toning ball, grab a cushion or a blanket or a towel that you can roll up and put underneath your back or between your knees. So we're gonna get started with our legs crossed, sitting onto our mat. All right, so let's take a couple deep breaths and we're going to roll those shoulders up and back. And then go ahead and roll those shoulders forward. So we're coming up, forward, and down. Twice more. Good. Let those shoulders shake out. Take your arms in by your side. Palms are going to face up. We're just going to do this little open and close here, trying to get the front of the chest open. Good. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. And then let's just end this little stretch series with nice big arm circles here. We're going to do quite a bit of arm work today, so I wanted to make sure that that gets loosened up. Let's go ahead and reverse the direction of those circles. 2 more. Last one. Good. All right, you guys. So I'm going to grab my TheraBand. And you want to grab up tight enough that you're going to get resistance from this. Just a reminder, the further your arms out, the less resistance you're going to get on that band. So find the challenge that's going to be a challenge, but be comfortable for your body tonight. So shoulders roll back. Think of sitting up nice and tall out of those sits bones. If crossing your legs doesn't work, go ahead and extend your legs long, but we're gonna start with a pull apart here. So if you have weights, you're gonna reach your arms forward, palms facing down, and you're gonna open your arms out to a T. Good. And if you've got that band, then we're working with this resistance here. Taking those arms out to the side. Collarbone is wide. Shoulders down from the ears. Belly button pulls toward your spine. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are going to add an oblique twist onto that. So I'm just going to focus on the right side for now, and I'm going to take my arms a little bit closer because I want a little bit more resistance. My left arm is going to stay without any resistance on it. I'm going to pull that right arm to the side, and I'm going to twist over to my right side, release that tension, come back towards center. So it's just that right arm that is pulling on the band, and that left arm is staying long and stabilizing. So let's just focus on that right side, and then we'll switch to the left. Take a deep breath. Exhale, pulling that right arm as we twist over to the right side, releasing that tension as we come back towards center. 3 more. Once more. And let's switch to the left. So now our right arm is going to stay still. We're just pulling with that left arm. 3 more. Last one. Let's alternate. To the right, to the left. And I can already feel this. Feeling this into my triceps, into my deltoids. Once more each side. Last time. Good. Let those arms come down. Let those shoulders roll back. And now we're going to take that band, and I'm going to have you take that right across the middle of your back. And we're going to bring those elbows in by your rib cage. Palms are going to face up. Ribs are knitted together. Take a deep breath. And let's exhale. Reach those arms out to the side, getting that resistance from that band. If you have a weight, then your palms are facing up. Exhale, you're going to reach your arms long, and inhale, pull that back in. So there's something for everybody. If you don't have a band, don't worry about it. I thought that we'd use the band tonight because I've seen some questions about using the band, and I know that we've talked a little bit about where you can find these TheraBands. They're a great arsenal to add to your workout, at home workout tool chest. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, keep those arms along, and let's twist again. This time we're going to twist to the right, and we're going to do 3 little pulses. 3, 2, 1, come back towards center, twist toward the left, pulse. 3, 2, 1, back towards center, twist to the right. 3, 2, 1, back towards center, twist toward the left. 3, 2, 1, back towards center. Once more each side, twist to the right. 3, 2, 1, center to the left. 3, 2, 1, back towards center. Bring those elbows in, let those shoulders roll back. Good. All right, so we're gonna do a pull next. So I'm gonna come up onto my left knee. I'm gonna take this right foot forward, and I'm gonna have that band right over the arch of my foot. So again, if you don't have a band, you can go into this position. You're gonna have the weight in your right arm. You're gonna lean forward slightly, and you're just gonna draw that elbow back. If you have the band, then I want you to hold on to both sides of it. We're gonna get a good dose of resistance here. Really press that right foot down into the mat. Abs are pulled in. Hinging forward, take a deep breath. Exhale, drive that right elbow back. And I want a little more resistance, so I am gonna hold up a little bit tighter onto that band. Make sure you're really engaging those abs and pressing that left shin down into the mat to help with your balance. Here we go. Drawing that elbow back. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's go ahead and switch, and I'll swing around to the other side just so you can see the line of what's happening here. I've got that band right so that the arch of my foot is over top of that band. Right shin is pressed down. I'm hinging forward. Abs are pulled in, curling up nice and tight onto that band. Here we go. Pressing that left elbow back. Abs pull in. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's go ahead and come up onto our feet. And I'm going to ask you to take that band. You're going to set that down onto your mat. You're going to step your feet. So again, you've got the arch of your foot right over that band. Feet are about hip distance apart. Again, if you don't have a band, then I want you to stand with your feet hip distance apart and do some hammer bicep curls. So shoulders roll back, abs pull in. You're gonna take a deep breath. We're gonna exhale. You're gonna draw those elbows up, or I'm sorry, those arms up. Keep those elbows pointing back. Palms are faced in toward each other. Good. 5 more, and then we're going to add on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's where we add on. Bicep curl, reach back into that squat. Five more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that low, drop those arms down, and grab onto that band again. We're gonna exhale, pull that up. So we're doing low rows basically. So if you have your weights, your your arms are extended, palms face toward your shins. You're gonna exhale, drive those elbows to the side as you pull up. Belly button pulls in. Five more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and roll that forward, soften those knees, shake that out if you need to. And let's go ahead and stack that spine all the way up. We'll set the band to the side. We will use it again later, but let's go ahead and make our way down onto our mat. So I'm gonna lay down, feet hip distance apart, arms are long by my side, and let's loosen up that low back a little bit by just rocking tip to tail here. Loosening up that low back. All right, let's go into that imprint. So remember that imprint, we're taking that little space away from where our spine is lifted above that mat. We're going to take a deep breath and exhale. Pull those ribs down toward the hips, closing that gap between your spine and the mat. Inhale, release, and exhale. Deep into that imprint. Release. Let's hold this next one. Exhale. Deep into that imprint. Really engage through those abdominals. And let's take that right leg to a tabletop. Stabilize, take that left leg to a tabletop. And here we go with our toe taps. Really focus on keeping that imprint nice and strong. And maybe you only come halfway down toward the mat. If you feel like you can't come all the way down to make contact with the mat without losing that imprint, then I want you to just come halfway down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go ahead and set your feet down, hip distance apart. Take a deep breath and exhale. Pass through that imprint, bridge those hips up, ribs below the pubic bone. Engage those glutes, deep breath. Soften that sternum. Roll that all the way back down. Tailbone drops heavy. And exhale. Passing through that imprint. Bridge those hips up, deep breath. And exhale. Think of reaching that tailbone and your knees a little longer toward that wall opposite you. And let's keep that bridging going. Deep breath. Maybe reach your arms up toward the ceiling if you're ready to challenge this movement. And without having the hands there to stabilize it, it does add an element of a challenge to that. Two more. Keeping that length through the spine. Last one. Ribs are down. Squeeze your glutes. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and roll that all the way back down. Take your hands down by your side. Head, neck, and shoulders roll up. Inhale to lower that back down. Little transition for us. Nabbing the chin. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders roll up. Inhale to lower that back down. Remember, your abs are like a pulley system here. Twice more. Stay lifted here. Give me those little pulses. Up and inch, up and inch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you need to reset, go ahead and reset. Find your imprint. And then meet us with your head, neck, and shoulders up and your legs in a tabletop. If you need to, you can take your hands behind your head, or you could keep your head down if that is also what you need to do. We're going to transition right into our hundreds. So I want you to inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, out. In, out. In, out. 50. In, out. in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, last set, out, and go ahead, lift up a little bit higher, hug those knees into your chest, and let's rock that side to side. Go ahead and take your feet back down into that hip distance apart footprint, and let's reach those arms long overhead. We're going to try our modification to go into our roll up here. So I'm going to reach those arms up toward the ceiling, nod the chin, and exhale, extend my legs as I roll up and over the thighs. Inhale, stack that up tall, and draw those heels in as I roll back down. I'm going to scoot back just a little bit. Reach up toward the ceiling, nod the chin, and exhale, extending those legs as I reach out over the thighs. Stack that up tall, abs pull in. Drag those heels in. Twice more. Last time. Good. Let's go ahead and stay seated here, keeping those legs extended. And go ahead and just roll that forward, get that loosening through the spine. And then stack that all the way back up. Okay, let's go ahead and flip over onto our stomachs. We're gonna take our arms into our goalpost position. Forehead is down, legs are extended, they're about hip distance apart. Belly button pulls in, your pubic bone is pressing down into the mat. Lengthen through the back of the neck, exhale, pull your chest forward as you float up. Be careful to not compress really into that low back. And take that all the way back down. Lengthen and pull that chest forward as you float up. And take that all the way back down. Twice more. Once more. And let's take that all the way back down. Good. So let's see if we can hover our arms, keeping them in that goalpost position. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, floating up, hover those hands off the mat, and then inhale to lower that back down. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, hover. Inhale to lower that back down. Two more. Last one. Let's see if we can stay here, stabilize, squeeze those glutes, keep those toes onto the floor. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale, pull back to that goal post. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Reach. Pull. Three more. Inhale, reach. Pull. Reach. Pull. Last time. And go ahead and let that come all the way back down. And let's push back onto our heels into a shell stretch for just a moment. Good. All right, let's come back down onto our stomach. And you're gonna take your hands, you're gonna stack them one on top of the other. And then you're gonna place your forehead down onto your stacked hands. I've demonstrated this before. I am going to keep my head hovering above my stacked hands so that you can clearly hear my cues. You are welcome to also do that exercise from that position. I just want you to be careful that you're not straining through the back of your neck. So if you feel that at all, then I want you to tip your forehead and just let it rest on your stacked feet. All right, so we're extending those legs. I want you to draw your abs in, squeeze your glutes, and exhale. Lift your legs and feet together. Inhale to lower that down. Exhale, lift, and inhale to lower. And you should feel how you get kind of like where that shelf is, where your glutes start. That should be lifting and engaging here. Four more. 3, 2, 1. Stick with that here. Turn your feet out. Feet are flexed, and keep those legs hovering. This is our heel beat. So you're going to squeeze those heels together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Separate the feet. Go ahead and rest that down. We're going to do another full set of that. Really getting into those glutes. We want our glutes to be strong for many reasons. And one of the most important reasons is because it does help us to support our posture and to support what our back is doing. So strong glute is also going to help you have a strong back. All right, take a deep breath. Abs pull in, squeeze those glutes. Exhale, lift those legs. Inhale to lower down. So remember, you're just kind of hovering those thighs off of the mat. Don't compress into your back here. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Stay lifted. Turn those feet out. Here's those heel beats. Squeeze those heels together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and push back into a shell stretch. Go ahead and take that all the way back up. And let's transition hands and knees. Let's do a plank next. So you find whatever plank modification is going to work best for you tonight. So if that means coming down to your forearms or finding a higher ledge to put your forearms on, go ahead and do that. So hands are planted right underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips to start. Okay. Take a deep breath. Go ahead, extend those legs behind you. And here's our first plank. Long line through the back, squeezing the tush. Pushing the floor away as you lift up through your core. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those knees come down. Roll your wrists out. Good. We're going to go around the world with our planks tonight. So let's take that right forearm down. Couple of options for your side plank. You can keep this bottom knee bent and that top leg extended so that you hold your side plank from this position. Be careful to not let your head drop. You want to try to keep that long line through your neck. Or you can stack your feet, or you can stagger your feet. I'm more of a fan of the staggered feet, because I feel like I have more control. But less talking, more planking. Take a deep breath. Exhale, push out of that shoulder and lift up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that drop down. Let's switch to the other side. So now I have my left forearm down. You choose the modification that works the best for you. Shoulders roll back. Take a deep breath. Abs pull in. And lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those hips come down. And let's go ahead and swing around so that we have our knees bent, feet are flat. Your hands are gonna come slightly behind you. My wrists get pretty tight, so I like to have my hands turned out. If this is more comfortable for you, then by all means, you are welcome to have your hands there. We are gonna do a front plank up here. Shoulders roll back, collarbone is wide. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Lifting those hips up, keeping that chin slightly knotted so you're looking down over your thighs. And then go ahead and let those hips come down. So we're gonna do a couple of those before we hold that properly. Take a deep breath, push out of the shoulders, lift those hips. And let those hips come down. Let's do one more. We're gonna hold that for a count of 10. Take a deep breath and exhale, lift. 10, 9, 8. If you wanna challenge that even more, extend those legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those hips come down. If your legs weren't extended, go ahead and extend them and reach forward and grab whatever is comfortable for you to grab to get a stretch here. Good. All right. Let's grab your band or your circle. I'm sorry, or your weights. I don't know why I said circle. I've got the magic circle on my mind. So I'm gonna double up this band here. I'm gonna have my feet hip distance apart. I'm gonna reach those arms forward. I'm gonna take a deep breath. And I'm gonna exhale. I'm gonna hinge to come back. And I'm gonna pull that band apart. And then I'm gonna sit up nice and tall, releasing the pressure on that band. So it's a hinge, arms come apart, and then hinge back up. So if you're using weights, then obviously your arms are gonna come out to the side. If you're opting not to use anything at all, that's totally fine. If that's something that is helping you to focus more on the form and keeping your abs in control and not your hips. So, well, let's do several more of those. Chest is lifted, take a deep breath. Hinge back, spread that band apart. Release that tension as you stack back up. Hinging back. Good, 3 more. Hinging back. Last one, let's stay back there. And give me 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and roll that down. And so this is where, if you have a towel, if you don't have a band at home, go ahead and grab that. And we're gonna put our right foot into the band, right over the arch of our foot. You can keep that opposite leg, that left leg, the knee can be bent, or the leg can be extended. If the knee is bent, it's going to offer you a little bit more stability through your pelvis and your hips. So you choose what works best for you. I'm going to try to keep my elbows down. I'm going to give a little pull into that band. I'm going to flex my foot and then point the toes so that I get a little stretch here. Twice more. And let's go into our circles, circling across the body and then up. Trying to keep both hips nice and heavy onto the mat. Three more. 2, 1. Let's reverse that. So I'm going to come down, circle away and up. Down, circle away and up. Again, really trying to stabilize through the pelvis. Three more. 2. Last one. Good. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So now I've got my left foot into the band. Remember, right leg can either be bent or that leg fully extended. And let's start with that stretch, pulling that leg a little closer towards you. Flex the foot, point the toes. Flex and point. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Stabilize through the pelvis. Here we go. Circle across the body and up. If one side feels tighter, then maybe make that range of motion a little bit smaller. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Reverse. Coming down, sweep out to the side. And that was a little too far because I could feel my hips rocking. So really stabilized for this. 3 more. 2. Last one. Good, excellent. All right, let's set that band to the side. And I'm just gonna check our time really quickly. Perfect. All right, let's take our hands behind the head. Elbows are nice and wide. And we're gonna imprint that spine. Float your legs to a tabletop. Nod the chin, head, neck, and shoulders roll up. Here's our oblique crisscross here. Twisting up and over. Elbows crossing back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and hug the knees in. Rock that side to side. Take your hands down and let's go ahead, draw your legs and feet together. I want you to be really careful with your low back here. So if you need to, this would be a good opportunity to take that cushion or that towel. Don't have it be too high, but you could put that underneath your low back so that this doesn't get into that particular area. We're going to take a deep breath. You're going to exhale, draw those abs in, Flip those legs to a tabletop. Inhale, come halfway down. Exhale, use those low abs to pull that back up. Inhale, halfway down. Exhale to pull that back up. Hands can come a little bit wider. I know for me, this helps me to keep my shoulders down so that I'm not rounding or closing off my airway by jamming my shoulders up where they don't need to be. 3 more. 2, 1. Good. I want you to go ahead and take your feet down. Extend those legs. Reach those arms up. Exhale. Head, neck, and shoulders roll up. And I want you to extend your arms. Palms are facing down. And little pulsive lifting up an inch, up an inch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and lay that down. Let's take our arms out to a T. Start rocking those knees side to side. And let's go into our spinal rotation, letting those knees fall over to the left, looking over that right shoulder, breathing into that rotation here. Pull those knees through center and switch sides. Go ahead and do that once more each side, and let's add that leg extension. This is my favorite addition to this rotation because for my body it feels really, really good. If it doesn't feel great for your body, then keep your knees stacked. And let's go ahead and switch sides. And I'm extending my top leg on this side as well. Keep myself even. Okay, go ahead and bring that back in. And let's go ahead and slowly transition so that we're coming up onto hands and knees. Fingertips are spread. Let's do some cat stretches here. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Push out of the shoulders, round the spine. Lengthen that back out, crown to tail. And again, rounding. Lengthen that back out. And let's do that twice more. Rounding. Lengthen that back out. Once more. Rounding. And lengthen that back out. Go ahead, curl your toes underneath you. Push out of the shoulders. Lift those hips. And let's start walking our dog here, pressing those heels down toward the mat. They don't actually have to touch. And then go ahead and walk your fingertips back toward your toes. Soften the bend in those knees. Let your head swing side to side. Nod forward and back. Draw those low abs in. Stack through that spine. Let those shoulders roll back. And that is going to do it for us for Wednesday night. I hope that you guys enjoyed moving with me and that you feel a little bit more loose than when you started. So have a great night. Join me tomorrow for a 30-minute Pilates HIIT fusion class. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna move pretty fast with that one. So, all right, you guys enjoy the sunshine, and I'll see you later.